Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, guys, the blood moon is approaching, of course. The longest blood moon of the century will happen on July 27th, right over Jerusalem, the 70th year of Israel as a nation, and the very year that Jerusalem became the capital of Israel, the eternal city of God, the prophecy of Psalms 48. But also, catastrophic events are happening everywhere. Now, you knew about the 300-foot iceberg trapped in the harbor in Greenland. Well, they were hoping that the blood moon would raise the tide. Scientists were, it would raise the tide and dislodge the iceberg and that it would float away. But prayer must have worked because people were praying everywhere. We talked about it on our show, and the very next morning after we talked about it, had our folks praying, plus people all over the world praying. Well, I shouldn't say all over the world, but certainly in Greenland, it broke free for some reason. The tide hadn't rise. It just dislodged and started to float away. Thank God for that. Now, while that was going on, though, we've got raging wildfires out of control overnight in Oregon. The Dalles, Oregon, 20,000 acres engulfed in flames, and at least one home is burnt to the ground and danger for many more. And the Yosemite National Park wildfires continue to rage in California. Of course, one firefighter has lost his life in that battle. And as that's going on, we've got floodwaters now raging. The monsoons coming to India. 30 people are dead, and it's massive flooding with a predicted 5 more days of downpouring on an already drenched area. Flash flooding is expected and more raging floods. Pray for India. It's getting ugly. And while that's going on, folks, of course, there continues to be the volcano eruptions in Hawaii. Matter of fact, 2.5 hours ago, the volcano just exploded again with an eruption, an earthquake of 5.3. I've been scouring. Matter of fact, the U.S. Geological Survey did not put it in just bold black. They put it in red, meaning this was significant. A 5.3 earthquake, but a very powerful eruption. I told people last night in my live show, by studying how many earthquakes there had been, I said, it's going to blow. It's due. It's going to blow. Well, it did 2.5 hours ago. And while that's going on with the volcano, we have a crack. A 100-foot fissure opens up there over the super volcano in Yellowstone. What? Closing the National Teton National Park. The Grand Teton National Park had to be closed due to this 100-foot fissure that has opened up over the super volcano. Are you serious? And so all of these things are happening as the blood moon is approaching and as Mars is approaching. Remember, Mars is in a total state of chaos, in the entire planet engulfed in an insane apocalyptic dust storm of a biblical proportion as Mars is approaching the Earth and will be its closest proximity to our planet than it's been in 15 years and the second closest ever in 60,000 years. And that will happen the same night as the blood moon. So apocalyptic events breaking loose everywhere. We're going to continue to watch all of these and a whole lot more as we are certainly living in the end times. Give your life to Jesus Christ. Do not miss today's live broadcast. Starts at 12 noon Eastern today at my website at www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. We'll be everywhere, including this YouTube channel. Are you saved?